Hi everyone. Last week, the Alberta government introduced the process of having a discussion with Albertans and deciding whether we leave the Canada Pension Plan and start our own Alberta Pension Plan. Like clockwork, as soon as that announcement was made, politicians on both sides of the aisle began posturing. The so-called experts began enlightening us with their wisdom. And of course, people got onto their favorite social media venue and began yelling at each other, especially the people that don't agree with you. I think this is a very, very big decision. We are going down a path where every Albertan is going to need to take some time, get educated on this, and make a rational decision about where they stand on this decision. This is important. I think there are 4 questions that every Albertan needs to answer and ask before we can decide whether we stay or whether we go. Question number 1, performance. Let's talk about performance for just a second here. Canada Pension Plan is rock solid. The performance of the Canada Pension Plan has been stellar for decades. It has outperformed just about every other pool of capital in Canada. So my question is this: if we leave the Canada Pension Plan, who are we going to appoint to manage those assets and to make important and prudent investment decisions? It's likely someone that has had a lower performance over the past several decades, or someone who's brand new, or someone who's both. And neither one of those is I would say, is a step up from where we are as right now. Second, let's talk about the boom and bust cycle that we go through here in Alberta. As of right now, oil is trading at $90. The housing market is strong. Our economy is strong and people are feeling confident, and young people are moving to Alberta because they want to participate in that economy. But what if the situation changes, and it is sure to change at some point in the future? What if oil prices go down to $45 a barrel? What if our economy stagnates? What if housing prices stagnate? And what if those young people who have moved to Alberta to get a good job, what if they move to other jurisdictions because they're following the employment? Are we really feeling as confident about leaving the Canada Pension Plan when we're going through that bust cycle that we go through every so often here in Alberta? And 3, let's talk about politics. Now, I'm not going to wade into this because this is just a no-win situation for me. But here's what I know about politics. Politicians come and they go. Political parties who are in power, they come and then they go. Nobody stays in power forever. If we had a different political party in power in Ottawa right now, would we really be having this conversation today? Think about that. And lastly, let's talk about who this benefits, because this has been positioned as something that benefits all Albertans. So leaving the Canada Pension Plan, starting our own pension plan, and potentially, big if here, lowering the amount that you pay into, and in fact, increasing the amount that you receive. Again, that's a big if. That benefits us as a province at the expense of almost everybody else in this country. And are we really okay with that? In my situation, I have a sister who contributes to the Canada Pension Plan in Saskatoon. So does my brother-in-law as farming in southeast Saskatchewan. My cousin in Toronto. My best friends sprinkled all over this great country. Am I really okay making a decision that benefits me, knowing full well that it means that all of the other people in my life, people that I care about, are going to have to pay more? I think we need to stop and have a real discussion about that before we move forward. Now, I think if you've watched this video up to this point, I think you get a pretty good idea of where I sit on this topic. But here's the thing. If this province has a reasonable and rational discussion about whether we want to stay or whether we want to go, and if we decide as a province that we want to go, I'll be okay with that. What I'm not okay with is politicians taking control of this message and the misinformation that has already started on social media. This is a very important decision. We all need to educate ourselves on this. So let's start today. Take this video and forward it to your friends, to your family members, and to your coworkers, and let's start that reasonable and rational discussion, and let's start it today. Stay safe, everyone.